Teresa. So we're here. We made it.
We made it. And she's serious. We made it just under the wire. There was some mad stitching going on. Oh.
All right. Speaking of mad stitching going on.
Yes.
We wanted to talk a little bit about, we have been asking you guys for ever now.
Yeah.
To share your projects with us and share, it doesn't have to be our pattern. It can be our pattern. It could be our fabric. It could just be our techniques. That's how we started with the Islander sewing system techniques. So if you make something and it's not our pattern, and it's not our fabric, but you said, hey, I made this because of your techniques. It made it so much easier, more professional, whatever, share it with us. And lately, you've been doing that.
Yes.
And if you guys want to go, when we're done here, right on the Facebook page, if you go to where visitor posts are, Jana's going to talk a little bit about what's on there, but go and look for yourself. There's some really great stuff on there, and you can interact with each other there too if you wanted to ask somebody, how did you do that, or what fabric, or where'd you get that? Go over there and check it out.
Yeah, if you're on a PC, I always, my version is community is the link to get the post. But we want to do a little shout out for a few, not all of them, of course, but Janice Clark Hall, or Howell, it's Holl, so she did a beautiful black and white stripe, but just a black and white stripe. There's a motif in the stripe, and she did the everybody's shirt. And oh my gosh, everyone who sees it, people are going, I want that shirt. It's just beautiful.
It is.
And it's partially the fabric as well as the pattern, but the fabric really makes it.
It's like eye-catching. It's got a really great design without being too busy.
Right. Yep. I think it's just a fabulous example of our everybody's and really great taste on Janice's part. So take a look at that one. And then Mary Smith. Now Mary won the huge bag of Polar Tech
during the live sale. So she paid for it. She was the winner of the bid.
Right. Yep. And so she purchased a huge bag of not only big pieces of the what we call the
oatmeal
cable knit look of the oatmeal. It was my favorite of the group, and so she bought some large pieces. We threw in all the scraps too. We thought, what the heck? Well, she started making mittens and hats, and she's taking them to the Salvation Army. So that's what she's doing with all those scraps. So we're really proud of Mary Smith, and what a lovely thing to do with that fabric. And she posted those pictures so you can see. And then Teresa Heidel, and excuse me if I'm pronouncing it wrong, but Teresa has made 4 fabulous Islander shirts. Some for, I don't know if it's customers or...
I know one was for someone else because she's talked about putting a monogram on it, right?
Mm-hmm. She did a couple. She posted together. And then she did 2 more she posted separately.
For her husband, who I believe she said was like a 4X.
And very tall.
So she did some modifications to them.
But I love what she posts at the very end of her post, which is, no pins, no basting, thanks, Janet. So she's putting these together the same way that we do and that we teach in the sew-along. So the sew-along, if you're interested and you see those shirts, that sew-along is on our website under videos. We did it here several weeks on Facebook, and then we took that series and put it on our video page of the website. So there's 3 or 4 I think, sew-alongs on there, and one of them is the Islander shirt. So we're really proud of everyone who posted, and we're kind of proud of ourselves for inspiring and teaching those techniques. So it's exciting to see those. And again, like Jessica said, it doesn't have to be our fabric. It doesn't have to be our pattern. Maybe it's our techniques. Maybe it's the pattern and not the fabric. Whatever combination.
Any combination.
If you're inspired to sew by watching Tuesdays at 2, please post something and show us what you've done, because we
Yeah.
love it. We actually love it.
And I think a lot of you love it too because, obviously we have new people every week joining us. Some people can come live some weeks and not others, but we're all really getting to know each other here. I think how long have we been doing this now?
Since, I think, 17 or 18.
Yeah. Yeah. Late 17, I think.
Maybe, yeah. When we were down in the hole.
The yellow wall.
Yeah, but we had the camera way up high, and we were sitting down
We were
here.
trying to do it on the computer. I mean, we've come a long way. When we have a microphone, we got a whole. I mean, it takes me much longer to set everything up now. But some of you have been with us since the beginning, and I know that you know each other, and you know where each other is from, and maybe a little bit. We all know Brenda the Spenda has a new grandbaby that she watches Tuesdays at 2 with sometimes, and Marlene fosters the kittens and
yes.
all the great stuff. So Mary's helped us with our index.
Yeah, Mary Jackson and
there's too many.
Sandy, who has
a lot of children.
And lives on a farm and sews like crazy for these kids. And we just love hearing from her too. So
all of you, we love hearing from all of you.
Yes.
But just examples of, we all know a little bit about each other, not just Janet and I. You guys know about each other.
And I think Sherry Gregory has probably got the best attendance record. I think she's here every week. I don't know, but we love Sherry. She makes a lot of great stuff, and she's got several posts.
And Brenda says she just posted a pic of Amy's Easter dress, so I can't wait to see that when
we're
we're
right.
done. Here, I'll go take a look at that, Brenda. That's exciting.
Yeah.
And while Janet was talking about the videos on our website,
yes,
when we do a series, like a sew-along, we try to put them on the website so you can easily find them and watch them there. As you know, because we mention all the time, all of our Tuesdays at 2 stay on our Facebook page. So if you ever say, I remember they talked about that, you can go back and find them. They're in chronological order under videos. But we are also very excited, something that we've been trying to do for a while. It's just finding the time, and Brenda has, here in the office, has really dove deep.
Yes, being not the techie, she really had to jump in there and figure it out.
Yep,
and she actually said it was fun.
Yes, she's having a good time. So we have an official YouTube channel now. And I'm going to put the link in the comments right now before I forget, while you're all here paying attention.
So when you do see it, you're going to know that it's just under development. We've got some great stuff up there, but there's a lot of tweaking to do.
Mary says September 5th, 2017.
Thanks, Mary. She's just that.
It was our first.
Yeah.
So I was right, late 17.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have like hair all over you.
Okay.
So anyway, YouTube channel, we're very excited. This will be another way for you to see our videos. We have pressing tool videos on there, the Hong Kong finish. And then what Brenda is doing when you go to the Facebook channel, and I put the link, because if you just search Islander Sewing Systems, you'll get a lot of stuff, people talking about us, or maybe people sharing their techniques that they learned from us. Janet has been on, public television shows and stuff. So try to follow the link, or look for Janet's face is the icon picture. Mm-hmm. But what Brenda is doing is she's putting what are called playlists together. So right now there's a sewing tips and tricks, and you can go to that playlist, and then all our popular videos that we have for tips and tricks. She has Sew the Proper Fit series in a playlist. The Knit Fit series is in a playlist.
Both of those are from like last spring and summer, and I know a lot of you really enjoyed those, so it's really nice to have them all together there on the YouTube channel.
Okay, so We are going to keep Tuesdays at 2 on Facebook. That's where we will do it. But we do have the ability to then upload when it's all said and done. Like, so when we finish here, Facebook kind of uploads it to Facebook. Brenda will then be able to put it on YouTube, because Brenda was asking about that. But it's not going to be like
Immediate.
here. It's not going to be here where you can ask questions and we'll answer. We're going to keep Tuesdays at 2 here. But people can view it there once Brenda uploads it.
Yeah, it just won't be live, just
Right.
like when you go to view them in the archives here. But it'll give you another opportunity, and people that aren't on Facebook. So if you have friends who are not on Facebook and just are not interested in being a Facebook person, then this might be a way for us to share our things with them by going to YouTube, because you know that you have to sign up for anything. You can just go and watch. So, spread the word.
And we love that everything is kept here on Facebook. And we have, we have our pressing tool videos and stuff on here, but they can get lost. There's not really a search function, and as far as the videos are concerned. So it's really great that Brenda has been able to put, like-minded videos together.
Right.
And it'll be very easy for you to, or at least easier for you to find what you're looking for.
Well, Mary spent about 3 or 4 years organizing and creating
so
that,
great.
but then she realized that it just was becoming too big. And
especially with the way that Facebook is changing their formats and all this stuff.
Right.
And but if you don't know about that, you can go onto our website, islandersewing.com, and there is an index that Mary has created for us. If you are looking for a certain topic, you can use the search function. It's a PDF, and you can use the search function and say your zippers, bust darts.
Right, fitting. And what's the link to that? Is that on the video page?
I believe, it's on the video
I think it's at the
page.
top of the video page. So you could, or, that's what's happened. We've had so many years on there when somebody calls and says, oh, I really want to know how to do such and such. And I'll say, well, we did that on Facebook 2 years ago, and I'm never right. And so the index was very helpful. But YouTube does allow us to organize things and deliver the information a little more organized than saying we'll just go and find it. So,
and Debbie said, I love that we'll be able to view on YouTube. I always tell people that I'm not really on Facebook. I'm watching my sewing videos. Mm-hmm. And that's true, too. And I know that we have viewers that have created a Facebook account just for the ease of watching this, but don't really use it otherwise. And that's good, too. We're happy to have you.
Fred, one of our newer viewers, he borrows his daughter's Facebook page just to watch because he doesn't have a Facebook page. So there's lots of opportunities that way. But and we love it if more people could come and join us live because we can interact. We love that part. But
I think this is a great way, especially for those other videos. This strictly not us chatting and going off topic and all that stuff. It'll be great for people to be able to see that there too, but especially for, you're looking for that specific tip that I know Janet talked about that.
Yes.
Was it this year or last year?
And now I'll be able to say, direct them right to it, and so that'll be more convenient too.
Just a lot of ways to be able to watch Janet's face.
Oh, God. Smart Alex.
All right, so the 90-second zipper video is on there. The pressing tools, the Hong Kong finish, those series I talked about. Brenda is uploading them as we speak, I believe, too, because she was trying to tell me about it as we were going live.
Yeah, there's 2 more tips and techniques that we were having difficulty getting up there, just some technical stuff that she's working on so that we can get those up there for you, too. Oh. They're up. So how to cut plaids for shirts. And what was the other one?
Understitching.
Understitching.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even list all the ones that were already on there because I think the top stitching was on there.
Right, top stitching. So there's some good tips on there, and they're short. Those are all short videos because they're not from Tuesdays at 2, so there's no chatting and that kind of thing. It's just straight to the technique.
We'll keep the chatting here. What's that, Brenda?
Subscriber.
Oh, we have a subscriber. Oh, that's the other thing. I'm glad you said that, Brenda.
Please subscribe.
Make sure that you subscribe, or it's called subscribe on YouTube, follow on Facebook, whatever. And then you'll get updates when, and you can figure that all out yourself, like how you want to be updated or if you want to be updated. But basically, because it's a new channel, and when you search Islander Sewing Systems, so much other stuff comes up. The more people that we have following us or subscribing to us, it'll come up easier for you and other people to find.
Yeah.
So just that. Oh, I have comments that I need to scroll down on.
All right.
Oh, Cassie's in California because Brenda wanted to know if Cassie hemmed the pants, and she didn't get a chance before she left. Everybody needs to know about the pants. And that was Karen who subscribed, Brenda, so thank you, Karen. No, Cassie, so we're just going to put videos on there, but the live is going to be here. We're keeping the live here.
There's so many options that you can do today. And, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and then there's a plethora of others. And we just can't be that techie because it takes a lot of education.
And if you haven't figured it out, there's 3 of us.
Yeah, there's only...
And I'm not even usually here.
Yes. And so our issue is just manpower. And we would rather be creating garments and patterns and teaching you techniques than spending time learning how to handle different websites. And
I know. I wish we could do it all.
Yeah. You never can do it all, at least not all.
It's always one of those things, like, I have a few friends in marketing that specifically will run accounts for big companies too, and people will think, how is that your job? Like, you just make an Instagram post. It's like some of these people that you follow, like bigger people, like bloggers and stuff. I mean, one Instagram post can take hours. That's why they have so many followers, because it's beautiful.
Yes.
And they take the time, and they have the lighting and the camera and the editing, just the right hashtags and just the.
It looks like somebody in a cute outfit just snapped a picture, and actually it took 3 hours to make the set and get the lighting right. Yeah, the picture took 30 seconds, but they took 50 of them. And yeah, then they had to put them into Photoshop and make sure everything was perfect. Yeah, so
Marlene,
it is a lot of work.
do not get us started. She
What?
says, what? You can't find an 11-year-old to help you with the techie stuff? Oh, believe me.
We have
We cannot talk about any of this without
input.
the preteens and teens telling us all about.
What we should be doing, and the
Not that they're doing it; they're just watching it, so they know how to tell us.
the 11-year-old for a year kept telling me, "You need merch. You need merch, Grandma. You got to get some merch." And I said, "Well, I sell a lot of products." No, you need merch. So some type of merchandise with your logo on.
Here we go, merch.
Merch. So we have merch. But we always had merch. But it was so funny. She was just really determined.
Our merch is patterns.
Yeah.
Fabric. Unless you guys really want a shirt with Janet's face on it, I will make you one.
Oh, be careful. Somebody might want it just for a
Really
joke.
want a big old Janet face on your easy teeth?
It
I
says,
will help you out.
remember, thumb under, fingers
Come
on
on,
top.
oh man, we're going down. We're going
No
down
pins,
the
no
whole hill.
basing, no kidding. Thumb under, fingers on top. That would be a good, yeah. Go ahead, design that.
We're down the hole. We're down the
It's
hole.
merch.
Merch. Okay. So, that's our updates, our shout outs, and our updates. And I know that we've had quite a few of you for 2 weeks now wanting to know what was in the bag. What was in the bag. So if you weren't with us 2 weeks ago, Janet surprised Brenda and I on Tuesdays at 2 with a mystery bag. The mystery bag is as seen behind us, all tied up. We weren't allowed to even open it on air. And we're going to tell you what was in the bag.
So what I suggested with the bag was to take one of our most popular patterns, and I challenged each of us. I challenged myself as well. Of course, I knew about it ahead of time, but I challenged each of us to take one of our most popular patterns, the Baja, and change it. So many times we think we have to have 75 patterns or 150 patterns. I don't even know how many I own and have never used. But you don't need a ton of patterns. You can take a pattern and repurpose it or change it up or put a little bit of yourself into it. And so that's what we're trying to suggest here. And that's, so in the bag, they received several yards of one of our new fabrics that we just posted today. It's a cotton French terry with a little bit of lycra in it. It's just absolutely lovely summer French terry. It's a little bit heavier weight than any of the French terries we've had before. So that's why we thought it was excellent for a Baja style. And this is what the Baja pattern, for those of you who may be new, looks like. It's a basic, very loose fitting, oversized sweatshirt type item, I guess you'd say, with a hood and a kangaroo pocket. So in the bag, they had the fabric, they had a tie. So this can be used or not used, but as the hood or wherever. And then
I didn't even think about that.
yeah, you could have changed it up. And then the tapes, because with a knit, we know we always want to use a straight tape on the shoulder.
So straight.
Yep.
And these are on our website, islandersewing.com.
And then the double face tape is absolutely essential because of this fabric does curl. And some knits curl more than others. This one really curls. So to tame those hems, even whether you're doing a straight stitch hem or cover hem, this is definitely important.
I don't want to scare you with the curling because it's
doable.
Brenda started hers first, and that was
Of
her
course.
first work. Started first, finished first, and she warned me it really curls. And I have to say, I was 3/4 or more of the way through it, and I'm like, that's not too bad. It's not too bad. But it's when you get to the hem and stuff like that it caused more of a problem. But seriously, this
once you put that tape on, it's not curling anymore.
lifesaver.
Yeah, and then you can just lay it flat and stick it down, and now you can hem it. And it leaves no weight to the fabric. So it's so super fine that it's a double face tape, so you iron it down, then you take the paper off. You couldn't tell the difference of a hem that had it in it and one that didn't. So don't worry that it leaves any kind of stiffness to your hem.
No.
It's perfect for knits.
Yes. So that is what was
In your kit.
in our kit. And here's this. I did throw this over here, just a smaller piece of what was left here on the table, just so you can see. And it is a two-way stretch. So
It stretches pretty much equally both ways, so you can run the stripe in either direction.
or both.
Yeah. You can really mix up. Stripes are so fun when you, especially a stripe like this, it's real graphic. You can run things in all different directions. So, should we show them what we did?
Well, how much are we showing?
We're going to show just
Because you have a challenge for them, right?
yes. Yes, I do.
So which order do you want to do it in?
I think we'll just show them what we did. I think they're waiting for that. And we'll just pull the bag off to reveal it.
Okay.
And then we'll tell them about the challenge, and they too could have a kit. We got a couple of different size kits. So, all right. This is Baja Challenge Remake number 1. I'm not going to say a lot about it, but
I'm going to zoom in a little bit though.
Okay, and then this is Baja Challenge number 2.
Zoom out a little bit.
And Baja Challenge number 3.
Oh, we didn't make anybody do a drum roll or anything.
Yeah.
Really missed out on that there.
All right. So those are the ones we did. And what we want to do is challenge you to take the Baja and do a remake on it. And we know a lot of you have made several Bajas, so you already have the pattern. So we have created a kit merch. And so
Well, supplies last.
right, those bags, or there is a limited supply, but we have quite a few. And then we have created a kit that includes the same things that Jessica got in her kit. So the tapes, the tie, the pattern, and the fabric. And these kits come in 2 different size ranges. So extra small to large is 1. And you'll have that option to choose if you decide to purchase the kit. And you'll have the 3 colorways to choose from. So we have a turquoise, a navy, and a true orange. And you will see those on the website. The fabric is you can purchase the fabric a la carte, just by the yard. And again, it's lovely. And I just called the supplier. I bought quite a bit of each color, but I called the supplier just in case to make sure there was more if I needed it. But anyway, so we are challenging you.
Oh, hold on.
The freezing.
Yep.
We are freezing?
Yep.
I went and checked.
You checked on the kids?
Well, 2 of them, but
Which 2? Yeah, check with those girls.
Well, they're upstairs.
It's okay. Are we still frozen?
I think it was not frozen, but freezing. So I don't want to give
Oh, a lot of details.
a lot
why
of
it's freezing.
details. But I did put the link in the comments to the kits. This is all the kits that we have, but the Baja.
The challenge.
not Jack, but maybe others.
Okay.
Did you stop it?
I can't.
Okay. Excuse me 1 minute. I will kill.
We have a no school day today. So the link is to all the kits, including the challenge kits for the Baja, are in the comments. Sorry, guys. I'm going to make sure that we are good and not freezing before we give too many details. But it seems like we're fine. So, but I don't know where she was in speaking. she's back. I know. Okay, so Janet, where are we? Sorry.
I don't know where we're at now.
You were talking about the kits. You can buy the fabric separately
Yes.
if you want, because we know a lot of you already have this. A couple people have already mentioned I need to make another one because they already have made them before.
Right. So you can kind of see what we did. We have everything from a shorter top to a sleeveless top to...
Oh, somebody did ask, is the middle one sleeveless? Yes, the middle one is sleeveless.
Mm-hmm. And, okay, so we have these kits available. And I think, and you have till June 15th to post your remake. And the first place winner will win, drum roll. What are they winning, Jess?
$100. Oh, I'm supposed to stop it. $100 gift certificate to Islander Sewing Systems.
Yep, for any products that we carry. So we would love to see a lot of you. And
so what are the rules? What are their rules?
There really isn't any rules. What are
Okay.
the rules?
To do a remake of it in some way, and how
Change it
will
somehow.
How will the winner be judged?
Well, we're going to find the most successful...
Or creative?
Right.
Yeah.
We're looking for creativity, most successful. If we get a lot of entries, there might be more prizes. So we want to see, we don't know. We try these things. We never know. Sometimes you guys go crazy and other times not as much as far as posting. So we really would need you to post it. And June 15th is the deadline, so you've got time.
And it has to be made out of one of these three fabrics.
One of these three fabrics. Yes, that is the part of the criteria. So you will need to purchase the fabric. But again, a la carte or in the smaller kit or in the big kit, whichever way you want to go, it's available. You want to make two? That's okay too.
Yeah. Janice said, and I'm not sure you should have put your idea out there, but she said combining all three colors would be fun too.
Oh my gosh, look at you. You're already thinking. See, get your creative juices going. Push yourself. Push yourself to make a couple of changes in a pattern that you think, well, that might look cute. And if you don't have an idea, take a look at what we've done. We might inspire you. And also look at ready-to-wear. That's what I did. I went and looked at some ready-to-wear to see, get a couple of ideas for mine.
Yeah. So we are giving you all the way till June 15th to finish this, because over the next 3 weeks, we are going to go over who made what and what we did to change it. So if you're looking for some tips or ideas on how we made those changes, you will have enough time to learn that and make your Baja.
Right.
Because it's really an easy project. I'm glad this is the one that Janet gave us. Since she also is a slave driver, making us make YouTube channels and
we have lots of other things going on
patterns
too.
and all kinds of stuff. So
you remember, it used to be, I'd walk in the office when we had more people here, and I go, last night I came up with a great idea, and they'd be going, no more ideas. Stop.
And it's not that it wouldn't be a great idea, but unless the idea came with how to put more hours in the day, it just wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's a little disjointed there with the internet situation. So if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments. Basically, you can buy a kit or not buy a kit. There are two different levels of the kit depending on what kind of products that you need. But you can buy a kit or not buy a kit. But the finished garment has to be out of the fabric. So you have to at least buy one of those three fabrics, if not more, like Janice might be doing.
Yeah, they're 60 inches wide. They got a lot of nice stretch. They're really lovely to work with, other than a couple of areas where it curls. And then, hey, use some pins.
I mean,
I actually had to resort to pins in a couple places.
Somebody did.
You did too. Stop. Anyway,
Did I?
it's just to keep it from curling.
No, I didn't.
You didn't? Even on the side seams?
I did not use them on the side seams, but now that I know, I could have.
It's okay. Yours came out great. And speaking of that, we have a little guessing game. There's 3 up here. 1, 2, and 3. We'd like you to tell us, what did we want them to do? Guess who did which one?
Yeah.
Guess who did which one? And that'll be fun.
And you could use the colors too, if that's easier.
Yeah. Yes, you could use the colors.
Oh, good, Joanne. I was going to ask, somebody else asked, how much comes, did they get as much fabric as we had in our bags, or?
It's 2 1/4. Just what it says on the back of the pattern is what you're going to get according to your size. So the smaller ranges take 2 1/4 yards, and the larger take 3.
Oh, 2 1/4 goes to large, yeah.
Yeah, all the way to large. And then extra large or 4X, you get 3 yards. However, if you've got something in mind that you're going to need more fabric for, then you could order the extra fabric and we will cut it all as one piece. So let's say that you felt like you needed another yard, you order the other yard. If it's the same color as what you got in the kit, we will just add that extra yard and cut it all as one.
Okay, and I see the guesses coming in, so I want to make sure this is very fun. This is very fun, the guesses.
Okay.
But I want to make sure everybody knows that the one in the middle, and you'll see when you go to order, is navy.
Yes, not black, navy.
Navy, and it's
These are really great summer fun. You put them on with this fabric and whatever you made out of it, with a pair of white shorts or white capris or whatever, leggings, joggers, shorts. It just will be a great look.
It is a very true dark navy, but just so you can.
Yeah, I think the crayon was midnight blue.
Yes, it's about as dark navy as you can
And
get.
the crayon on the turquoise does not have a name on it. So if you don't have the box of crayons, just know that it's turquoise. There's 2 or 3 crayons in that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, we're showing the colors of our fabrics using the crayons from a 96 box, a current box of Crayola crayons. And so that you could go to your crayon box and look and see what color the true color is. But there's like 3 or 4 crayons in there that I've used, but they don't have a name on them.
Oh.
The turquoise one doesn't have a name on it. It just says FX Gel. So it's a special crayon. It's got a different color paper on it and everything. Let me see.
Okay, the reason, good question, Sherry. So 2 good questions. Sherry, can you add other fabrics for contrast trims? Yes, you can.
See, this is all it says. Just says,
that's not in focus.
sorry, says Gel FX. That's all it says, but it is a really close turquoise to that turquoise. So if you have the 96 crayon box that looks like this, and we told you earlier this year we were going to be doing, then you'll be able to pull that crayon on and know exactly what color, or darn close to the color of that fabric.
Okay, and I've been trying to ask this question for a while now. Somebody, the reason I was asking about how much fabric they get is somebody, and I apologize now, it's way buried. Is it enough to make the longer length?
Me don't know. Depends on how tall you are.
How much longer you want
Yeah,
to make
and how
it.
much longer you want.
So if that's something that you want to do, send us an email, islandersewing@comcast.net. Tell us what you want to do, and we'll be able to tell you if there's enough fabric in there or we can add to your order.
Yeah, generally, if you want to add 6 inches to the length, then there's probably enough fabric. But if you want to add 12 or 18 inches to the length, then you're going to need more fabric. For me, I had to cut it. I had to, well, I made it the same length, but I did have to, I do have to adjust the sleeves tremendously. So I saved that way because the sleeves were like 3.5 inches shorter. So
send us an email if you have questions about how much fabric that you need. If you think you might need more outside the kit, or want to know if you need more, islandersewing@comcast.net, and we'll be able to help you with that. And again, remember that the sizing on our patterns has the finished garment measurements too, so that'll help you with sizing if you have a question about that.
This is very oversized. It's, it's very loose. If you've made the Baja, it's an overgarment. So the Baja is made to wear over a t-shirt or a long sleeve shirt or something. So there's lots of room in it, but that's kind of nice anyway, just for a relaxed summer look.
All right. Any more questions about that? Are we okay, Brenda? How we talked about different ways about what order we're gonna go in. Do you want them to say, or you want us?
Yeah,
to say?
Which one would you like to see us demonstrate next week?
Just say orange, navy, blue, turquoise,
turquoise, Turk will work. Turk will work.
And then we'll start with that next week.
Yes, next week we'll do a tutorial on the changes that were made and some of the processes, or what went well and what was a little hiccup. And like, somebody might want to know about sewer's aid. Tell them, Jets.
I still don't know what it is. I'll find out. But by the time it's my turn, I'll find out for you guys.
So, sewer's aid comes in a clear little bottle with a clear top. And Fray Check comes in a clear little bottle with a blue top. And somebody grabbed the wrong.
At least I didn't Gorilla Glue my hair.
Yeah.
Or super glue my eyes shut.
That's good. We're glad about that. It didn't hurt anything, but I'm pretty sure it didn't seal the area that you wanted it to.
All right. Okay, we got some good votes.
But we learned a lot. Each one of us learned some things about the process or the technique we wanted to use or the product that we used. Mm-hmm. So we've got some really good tips I think will be helpful.
And very important, because this is not normally the fabric that we have, you are going to want to pre-wash.
Yes,
this fabric.
It is cotton. It's 90-some% cotton, like 95% cotton, something like that. Anytime it's cotton, you've got to watch for that in a knit. And we did do a test and it did shrink.
And normally we tell you we did a test and it doesn't shrink. This one does shrink, so you are going to want to pre-wash.
Not a huge amount. You're not going to lose yardage or something, but it shrinks just a little bit, enough that you want to pre-shrink it before you cut it.
Yes. Okay. So, use the fabric. Buy a kit if you want. You have till June 15th. The next, and you enter by posting it on our Facebook page. The next 3 weeks, we will demonstrate what we did. Each Janet, Brenda, and myself. What changes we made on our garments.
And we want you to tell us, which one do you want to see next week? And whoever gets, whichever color gets the most votes, that's the one we'll do next week.
The hood is not a requirement. We were actually, Carol, laughing about that because we all, Janet gave us the challenge and we all decided what we wanted to do on our own. And we just all included the hood. But you do not have to include the hood.
Because I did say you can put a collar on. You don't have to put a hood, or you could leave it collarless like the one we did for you. Remember we did the linen?
The one that.
Remember the striped linen we did?
Oh yes, yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Last.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it was last year.
Yeah. What?
Yeah. So you could just make a facing, and then you just have an, rounded neckline. But you could put a stand-up collar. You can put any kind of collar you want. You can turn this thing into anything. It doesn't have to be so casual. You could zhuzh it up.
Zhuzh.
Yeah.
All right. So that is the requirements. If you have any questions, you can put them in the comments now or email islandersewing@comcast.net when we are done. Somebody, again, don't remember who commented, they received their stuff in time for the class, which reminded me in 2 weeks we have the
No
pins class coming up.
That's online Zoom, and it's all live. You'll get to sew in your own sewing room. You have a kit. I demonstrate. Then we give you time to do the same so that if you have any questions or confusion
and we
in
still
the process,
have time to send all that out. Is that still open? Okay, so I'll put the link.
I think, when is it? What's the date?
2 weeks from tomorrow.
It depends on where you live. If you live in Canada or any other country than the U.S., 2 weeks is really tricky. We'll send stuff to Canada, and sometimes we'll get an email. They got it in 4 or 5 days, and another time it'll take a month. And we don't have any autonomy over it after it leaves the U.S. So it's kind of hiccupy, but certainly in Australia and Great Britain and places like that, we'd love to have you participate. And if you didn't get a chance this time, we're going to do it again in a few months. So keep an eye out because we'd love to have you join us, and we'll give you plenty of time. But 2 weeks just isn't enough to get it out of the country, I don't think. I don't want anybody to be disappointed. And I know I had a woman write me from Germany, and she said, it won't get there in time. What can I do? Unless you have the book with all the pattern pieces in it, there really isn't anything you can do. So
you can take it next time.
Just take it next time. It'll be better because when that kit comes, I've got everything in the right fabrics, the right interfacings, everything's pre-cut for you so that you can be the most successful possible.
You're just ready to go. You don't, if something goes wrong, which it very rarely does, you don't have to worry about, well, was it cut out wrong, or was this interfacing not good, or whatever. It's completely ready for you to do the techniques that Janet
we've been
teaches you.
doing this class with these kits for well over 30 years and honed it down to the best of the best. And whenever we would let someone pick their own fabric or whatever, what happens is inevitably they grab from their scraps. They're trying to be frugal, or even if they go to the store, they buy muslin and that's too soft for some of the projects or whatever. So the kit's best, so that's why we're holding it off for another few days. We can do in the country and get you a kit in time, but don't hesitate. I know Brenda's going to cut it off here real soon.
All right, so 3 big takeaways here today.
Okay, you too?
2 or 3. Get your kit, enter the contest. Even if you want to wait to see what we do before you get started, I would recommend getting your fabric, whether on itself or in kit form, sooner rather than later, because we only have so much. That way you'll get your choice of colors as well, whatever color or colors that you want. And maybe it's only 2 things. And don't forget the YouTube channel, and I will link that again in the comments. So subscribe to that, and we will be updating content on there as we go.
And when you get the kit, you just like Jessica, you will get
merch.
You'll get merch. You'll get your kit in the bag. So we're really looking forward to seeing what you do. I really want you to push yourself. If you've never changed a pattern before, I'll be right here. If you have any questions, you can send me pictures or emails if you end up in a spot where you just are frustrated and get lost.
This is an especially great pattern to start with if you
Yeah.
haven't made changes before, because there's not a lot of fitting issues and stuff like that. So you have some wiggle room to work with and play with, and you don't have to worry about too much like, oh, it's not fitting in the bust correctly. Or
Right,
stuff
right.
like that.
And like we said, anything goes. So somebody suggested using all 3 fabrics. That would be a change in itself. There wouldn't need to be a lot of pattern changes. You don't have to do a lot of pattern changes if that's not your thing. But so a lot of you bought the pattern drafting book recently. That has a lot of support in there. The fitting. If you've done your fitting, you've got some ideas on how to work with knits if you did the knit fit thing. So we're just really excited to see what you can do.
All right. So then we will be back next Tuesday,
At 2
Eastern Time, for Tuesdays at 2.
with Islander Sewing Systems. We look forward to seeing you again and happy to get your emails. Any questions, we're here for you.
All right. We'll talk to you later.
Bye-bye.